What's going on, YouTube? It's me, the BBK, and welcome back to the little house. Let's go out to the little house. The little house out in the field, like a playhouse, a clubhouse, or a treehouse, but definitely on the ground with some underground going on. So yeah, let's call this the little house. So I wanted to come by real quick. I had to go in here and do something. I had to go ahead and cook for one. And then I need to, finish up on the video that I'm working on. I'm working diligently on it. But I was listening to some different commentary about this whole decision of who made what, who won and who didn't win and whatever. Talking about, who's not talking about it. The media's not announcing it. They're not talking about it. They're talking about politics in general. Nobody's going against the grain just yet because people have made alliances. And then you have other people who know people who've made alliances and they're still trying to figure out which way they're going to go. So in terms of mainstream media, this is my anonymous response to that content creator is you have to remember and you I think would know mainstream media is bought and paid for. So you know what I'm saying, they're not going to speak until they're told to speak. They're told what, when, where, why, how they can put out. So it's really all hand in hand. So I don't expect them to be truthful about anything. So that part kind of was wasted air. It was also a small list was given that Joe was a pedo, was a flunky. It was a couple of things that were listed, and I thought to myself, but so is Cheeto Head. Like, Cheeto Head is a pedo. He run well, and if he ain't one, he runs with the pedo group. So yeah, and we know that he gropes women between their legs without consent. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I think I'm gonna have to delete this video because I know YouTube gonna be messing with me. But anyway, what's going on today is, well, hey baby, I was looking up at the sky. It's so pretty over here. Hey love bug, you having dinner? Okay, thank you. I just hadn't been too long, got off from work. I worked a little bit of overtime and I wasn't gonna be able to make it down the street, even though they told me, oh, just call us, we'll wait for you. It's like, nah, that's okay. I don't even have the oomph to even try to jump up and rush to do anything. But all of the things that were listed for Joe. So I thought, well, that was kind of redundant, wasn't it? But I also had to ask, if he hears this, and I got a feeling he will. You say all of the things that's going to happen now that he's been voted in, and you talk about all of the things that Cheeto Head did and didn't do, but how much he was for us. Well, see, here's the real thing that I think you're forgetting. Number one, you say we move society, half of society move together. They move without individual thought. And, I hear people say that all the time on YouTube. They got the cult mentality, they group thinking, they don't think for themselves. I get it. But let's just go on and keep it all the way funky. Elections every 4 years in November, I would not call cult-like thinking. That is a way of living. That's your way of living. That's for your community. That is the society. You're making and building the societal norms. But make no mistake about it, it does not matter who gets in the seat of the president. They're all following orders. Ain't none of them running shit but they mouth. and the direction they urine. That's all they running. They ain't making no decisions. What's going on, King Ant? What's up, boo? Uh-oh. I don't know what I done. Okay. Yeah. So, that every 4 years, that's a pattern. Just like Thanksgiving is every year, and Christmas and New Year's is every year. Your birthday is every year. Those are called holidays. Hey, voting is a societal and political norm. I don't think that's cult. We all come together. Hell, we all have to come together to go register our children for school. That's not a cult. That's a societal norm. Now, when a certain group moves in a positive manner of the host or the creator, even though they don't agree that it's right, that would be cult-like behavior. Someone who won't stand up and say, you know what, I don't feel comfortable, doing that, drinking that, having sex with him. I don't feel comfortable, watching this, If they're not speaking up, that they disagree with what's going on or be able to exit, then that's individual thinking. That if you're gonna just go with it anyway, that would be cult-like mentality, because you don't it ain't right, and you don't agree with it, but you do it anyway because you want to fit in with everybody else. Yes, I agree. That would be cult-like behavior. He went on and he said, what else? He said followers and pedo followers. Oh, he also said that if, certain celebrities or actors or entertainers or whatever said, yes, this is a good person, vote for them, he was saying they wouldn't, they would just go and do it. Excuse me, they wouldn't think twice. I would add a little bit of laziness to that, but I wouldn't necessarily say it would be cult-like. Word of mouth is also a societal norm. What's going on, Just Be Real? Word of mouth is also a societal norm for like small businesses or online businesses, e-businesses or whatnot. They count on word of mouth to grow their business. That's why they go and get on platforms called Yelp. So when people have an experience with them, they will get online and review it. Because let me tell you something. I review everything before I purchase it now. From games all the way to, food that I may order, online, in terms of frozen food. Like I'm considering ordering some of this lobster, but I'm having second thoughts because two of my orders I'm fixing to be impatient about. So, yeah. What was the other one? He said, yeah. So, at the end of the day, when they talk about Joe, rising to the top and it being the Democrats' fault for our downward spiral, because now everything that we thought life was going to be is going to be that plus some. I disagree. Now, it's not going to be the Democrats' fault, because make no mistake about it, in your world, that would be the world of the elites, the ones that make all of the rules and spend all the money. In their world, right, a Democrat would be mediocre, would be a nobody, have no power, no glitz, no glam. Whereas the Republican is the business. In their world, in their eyes, that's how they see us. They see us and I say us, but I'm gonna have to stop saying that because I'm starting to see some things. But they call the Democrats the broke people, if you will. That's not the word I'm looking for. The minority. They call the Democrats the minority and the Republicans the majority. In essence, we are the majority. all of the black, the brown, the Haitian, the Puerto Rican, the Costa Rican, the Asian, the Filipino, we are the brown people that make up the majority. It doesn't matter that we're split, split on a decision. What's going on, Nene? Hey, boo. It doesn't matter. Y'all hit the like button for me, please. It doesn't matter how a person feels. We still make up the majority. So I would not say that the Democrats are powerful enough to cause any type of devastation to, the world that we know. I wouldn't be able to say that. I think it's equal. I think they can definitely play a part in it, just like the Republicans can play a part in it. However, it definitely is a toss-up. The Republicans just can't walk the dog with us. It don't work that way because, see, there are such thing as black and brown Republicans the same way as there are Caucasian and Asians that are Democrats but very, very rich and powerful. So, it ain't just like it's no uneven process or no uneven platform. It's just the manner and way they play the games. Now, they're now accusing Joe and his group, aka team, his people, whatever. They're called saying that they are now committing fraud by continuing to count votes or continuing to count ballots that don't exist. Okay, well, let's just hold on just a goddamn minute. Hang on. Hold on. Anything made it in that motherfucking voting booth is worth counting. Now, let's don't play no games, okay? If that motherfucking ballot made it in that office, it needs to be counted. I don't give a damn what nobody else talking about. That's some bullshit. Because, see, what they're trying to do is say, the judge said stop counting, so you have to stop counting. That's fine that he said stop counting, but y'all wanted to stop counting until y'all could gain access. So for them to have already, pushed aside ballots that you won't have access to, the other ballots, you need an answer as quick as possible. So it makes sense to keep counting, but those are unofficial counts. So now when you get access to the ballots that pissed you off in the first place, and then you get access to the new ballots that we was working on while y'all was arguing and y'all wanted to do your review and whatnot, it would be advantageous to not share those numbers with any officials that are overseeing this whole little lawsuit type thing. You know what I'm saying? So that way, when the nosy people give their count, then the ballot people can say exactly what count they have. Now, they'll probably use some type of strategic analyzing to figure out, who they want to give it to. But ultimately, it's all still going to be the same. Everybody votes need to be counted. And I'll tell you something else that I learned, because I told y'all I'm not part of the political thing. I got pulled in when we started finding out all of this stuff about Killer Pete. But the thing that gets me is that damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, the thing that gets me is that I found out that it's the electoral votes. The 270 is what they have to get to first. That's not all of the electoral votes. Okay? 270 is not the entire number of electoral votes available. Okay? I don't think Trump got as many votes as he think he got. Talking about 7 million. Girl, let me tell you something. 270 is where they're putting the ceiling for the votes, right? Here's why they want to stop the voting. Because even though Joe may have got to the 270 first, if he had not gotten to it, if they had not had any problems, any issues where there was a delay, a hesitation, or anything like that, then it's a possibility that there are a number of electoral votes in Don's favor where it would get him to 270 as well. So 270 is 270. It was just kind of a matter of who made it there first. And since Don wants to try to stay president as long as he can, he trying to delay it as long as he can because he has to figure out a plan on getting out of the country. Those boys coming to get him. Oh, they gonna come get that ass as soon as, what is it, the inaugural day? When they swear old boy in, baby, they better jet his little toupee self up out of here. Them boy, look, I know they already over here. They probably already got surveillance on him. They watching every move he make. Melania, that little boy. Oh yeah, they watching. They watching because they want to lock him up. And the only reason they didn't get him before was because he was our president and we wasn't dying. There have been so many times people want to brag about how much Donald has done for us. And, and I've seen some of the stuff. I get it. I see what you're saying. But here is my thing. At the end of the day, how do you mess with kids? I ain't going to never get past that issue. So anything else a motherfucker do is neither here nor there. I wouldn't give a fuck how much they spend on the community, how many kids they feed, how many dogs they breed, how many rabbits they eat. Bitch, I don't care. I don't care. If you can be part of the pedo ring, nothing else you do can make up for that. That's just it. That's number one. That's number one. The power players are the one that call the shots. Most people who haven't had anything or are not used to having anything are quick to jump in the ring to get a little taste of it. Then when shit start getting grimy and they realize they in over their head, they want to try to back out. Bitch, it's like too late. It ain't no difference than the mafia on TV where you think they came from. And by the way, I watched the movie the other night. I think it was called Lie. It's a Lie or Just Lie. Lie. I can't remember which one, but I got it on my Amazon. And when I tell you that movie, what was the year of that movie? Was it 2018 or 2019? I can't remember. But that movie talked about voter fraud. It had some voter election fraud, and some other stuff in there just mixed in with the movie. And I thought, oh, how coincidental. We're going through, voting and whatnot right now, and now here it is, I'm watching this movie. And I was actually going to recommend it to the bosses. Maybe we could watch it together one night. But, I was like, wow, I still got to go back and listen to the rest of this video, and I'll take some notes, and I'll come through, every now and then and speak on them a little bit. But I have to say I disagree with him. I don't think, that Joe winning is going to sway one way or another in terms of what we can see. He may sway some shit behind the scenes, but in terms of what we can see, we won't see the difference in the way he sway. We won't. They will. We won't. And anything bad, anything good that's going to happen is going to happen. While it is God's will, he'll never put too much on you. And I think it was going to sway that way whether he was president or not. It was going to sway that way. Because, see, right now, Don done already set the bar on shit. People think they can just come at us any kind of way. And it's really putting us in a bad position. Why? Because everybody wants to react. I know I'm going to be quick to react. It's not good because then that's what make them kill us off or lock us up. But at the time, we're not thinking about none of that. So this population control shit is real. Because they already finna start flooding out areas. So all I'm saying is just, listen, I ain't no need of me saying no more. Anyway, that was the little bit that I heard of him. I will have to go back and listen to some more. And I'll probably come back a little bit later on. But I'm finna get back to the house and fix me something to eat. I don't even take anything out, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I could throw some shrimp out. Shrimp is quick as everything. I can throw that in just a little bit. Make me some fettuccine. Yeah, some shrimp fettuccine. Yes. So anyway, thank you guys. She said yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, girl. So anyway, I don't feel no kind of way about voting the way I voted because, like I said, I was looking at both of them sideways. I felt a certain way between the two of them. And to just make my own spirit at ease, I voted the way I voted. I can't be fucked up by what nobody else thinks. Because everybody got an opinion. They like assholes. Everybody got one. So, yes, it's going to be some good eating, girl. Good eating. And I got my wine in here, too. Girl, I'm finna pop top on that puppy, honey. Pour me up a big old red cup. Girl, get my music going on. It's not too late. It's just 7-something. Get my music going on, baby, and get that pasta in the water and start stir frying them shrimps. I gotta pull the skin off. It's the shrimp I already split. Just gotta pull the shell off. The shell and the tail. Yeah. I said what I was gonna do is I was gonna pull the shell off to the tail, and if the tail don't come off, I'm gonna just leave it on and stir fry it that way, and that'll help give it some weight. So yeah, it's gonna be some good seasoned garlic shrimp. Yes. And I have rosemary. My sister gave me some time. I said, I don't know what to do with it. And she said, just Google it. It'll help you. So I said, I might ask Siri tonight. Hell, I'm going to be drinking. I might tell her, hey, Siri, come have a drink with me. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come over here and give y'all that little piece. I'll catch y'all a little bit later on. Y'all be good. Take care. Love you down. Bye.